You might remember at the end of Caitlin Clark's basketball season, the WNBA Rookie of the Year said, I'm going to go and become a professional golfer in the off-season.
Caitlin Clark has made headlines countless times for her jaw-dropping performances on the basketball court. But this week, she's turning heads for a different reason. Instead of commanding the hardwood, Clark is stepping onto the lush fairways of Florida to compete in the LPGA Pro-Am event, the Annika, hosted by golf legend Annika Sorenstam at Pelican Golf Club. But this isn't just any event. Clark's participation symbolizes her expanding influence in the world of sports. Paired with the world's top-ranked golfer, Nelly Korda, and celebrated with remarkable fanfare, Clark's presence is redefining what it means to be a multi-sport athlete.
It's in the car, actually.
Sorry about that. Okay, thank you.
Yay!
What makes this so noteworthy? It's not just Clark's talent that has people talking. It's how the LPGA has rolled out the red carpet, investing heavily in marketing and public engagement to spotlight her. But why did this single event generate more excitement than her entire debut season in the WNBA? In this video, we'll uncover how LPGA golfers, from Sorenstam to Korda, and other top golfers in the tour, shared what they really think of Clark and why this week could signal a pivotal shift in how she's perceived in women's sports. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
Well, it's quite amazing for a Wednesday. I mean, there's so many media here from all different sort of media aspects, local news, lots of reporters around that you normally wouldn't see on a Wednesday out here at an LPGA event. All the spectators are all waiting to get their final glimpse of Caitlin, hopefully a final autograph.
When Caitlin Clark made her entrance at Pelican Golf Club, it was clear this wasn't going to be just another golfer. The LPGA took full advantage of the moment, orchestrating a marketing effort that highlighted Clark's dual sport appeal. Pairing her with world #1 golfer Nelly Korda wasn't just strategic. It was a statement that this event was something special. It was a stroke of genius by the LPGA. By maximizing the attention Clark was getting, they will also showcase the best golfer in the world, another generational athlete in Korda. The anticipation was electric as Clark prepared to showcase her golf skills, stepping into an arena where the pressure was just as intense as on the court.
How's it going? You've been seeing Nelly Korda do that over and over again for 6 holes now.
It's just satisfying. The way she hits the ball is just satisfying. It's pretty awesome.
What truly set the LPGA apart was the way it amplified Clark's presence. The Golf Channel adjusted its regular programming to cover parts of her game live, an unusual move for a Pro-Am event.
Even just seeing the national media members that have arrived here, the basketball media that's here to cover Caitlin Clark, and what's sure to be a really special day in the women's game tomorrow.
Social media feeds buzzed with updates and clips, and highlights of Clark's swings dominated sports news. Tournament host and golf icon Annika Sorenstam captured the sentiment perfectly. What Caitlin brings is more than just talent. It's her ability to draw new audiences and inspire them. This echoed throughout the golfing community, and even spilled into broader sports media.
Puts our tournament in a different limelight and just different excitement. You know, they're streaming the summit today, they'll be streaming the Pro-Am. I mean, things that we haven't seen before. You know, wherever she goes, she's been selling out, so hopefully we'll sell out here too, so we're excited about that.
Clark's background in golf added depth to her participation. This wasn't just a celebrity appearance. She had a genuine connection with the sport, having started playing since she was a little kid. I'm not a professional golfer, but I love being out there, enjoying the challenge and the mental game, she said. This authenticity resonated with both seasoned golf fans and her devoted basketball followers. Her participation symbolized more than competition. It was a testament to embracing challenges and stepping outside comfort zones.
Hey, for some golf.
Perfect out here.
I'll never golf this early in the morning. I grew up in Des Moines and I played there a ton. And honestly, I try to get back there as much as I can to play with my family. My dad plays a lot, my older brother plays a lot. So, you know, it's super fun.
This was Clark's second major Pro-Am, following her 2023 debut at the John Deere Classic, where she played alongside major winner Zach Johnson. The return to the golf stage amplified her presence, proving her crossover appeal wasn't fleeting. Fans flooded Pelican Golf Club, ticket sales soared, and the atmosphere was charged with excitement. The LPGA's efforts showcase the potential of embracing cross-sport talent to draw diverse audiences and uplift women's sports. But why was the LPGA so proactive in highlighting Clark, while her own league, the WNBA, lagged in doing the same? If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Well, first of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been kind of the one on, when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin. And what she has done is amazing. And like you said, bringing other people into the sport. And golf has been, I think, quite a passion for her for quite some time.
Despite Caitlin Clark's remarkable impact during her debut season in the WNBA, the league's efforts to elevate her profile and showcase her achievements fell noticeably short. While the LPGA seized the moment, amplifying her presence with high-profile pairings, increased fan access, and enhanced TV coverage, the WNBA's approach seemed muted.
Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it.
Clark's debut with the Indiana Fever was nothing short of historic. She set multiple league records, including most assists in a season by a player and becoming the only player to reach 100 three-pointers and 300 assists in the same season. Her stats, 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game, earned her Rookie of the Year, a top 5 MVP finish, and multiple player awards throughout the season, breaking 62 records in the process. Yet, when the league had the opportunity to celebrate her, it fell flat. For instance, her Rookie of the Year award presentation happened in an empty gym, devoid of the fanfare befitting a player of her caliber. In contrast, the LPGA ensured Clark's involvement in the Annika received significant attention. From promoting her pairing with world #1 Nelly Korda, to integrating her into the Women's Leadership Forum alongside legends like Annika Sorenstam, the LPGA demonstrated how to maximize an athlete's star power. Their decision to highlight Clark's participation with media coverage and fan access showed a keen understanding of her wide appeal.
Please, Caitlin. Caitlin, could you please sign down? 24 years, John Deere boys. Caitlin, please.
Caitlin, nice to meet you. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hung in there, Let's go.
Fans and observers didn't hold back their opinions on this disparity. One fan's comment summed up the sentiment: the way every league embraces her, except the WNBA, is diabolical. Others echoed the same frustration, suggesting that the LPGA's marketing strategy was a blueprint that the WNBA overlooked. Some critics attribute this cautious recognition to the WNBA's focus on balancing narratives between veterans and rising stars. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's public comments often emphasize the league's overall growth and competitive dynamics without specifically spotlighting Clark's groundbreaking contributions. This strategic choice, while aiming for a balanced approach, ultimately missed the chance to tap into the Caitlin Clark effect, a phenomenon that brought record attendance and boosted TV ratings throughout her season. Remember this comment from Commissioner Engelbert?
I noticed when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one person.
The LPGA's success with Clark highlights the importance of embracing and elevating standout athletes, recognizing that their appeal can transcend the boundaries of their primary sport. By giving Clark a stage, the LPGA not only boosted its own profile, but reinforced the broader potential of women's sports when star athletes are celebrated and supported. This contrast serves as a reminder that promoting star power isn't just about acknowledging success. It's about crafting moments that capture public attention and engage audiences.
And everybody talking about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not, until Caitlin Clark came along.
When Caitlin Clark stepped onto the course for the Annika Pro-Am, she wasn't just participating in another athletic event. She was drawing admiration from some of the most respected names in women's golf. The LPGA's top golfers were eager to share their thoughts on Clark, a testament to her influence extending beyond basketball. Annika Sorenstam, a legend of the sport and host of the event, didn't hold back her praise. We're thankful she's here. She's been the one, other than Nelly, to bring so much attention to women's sports, Sorenstam said. She highlighted Clark's poise under pressure, noting, "It's inspiring to see someone handle the spotlight with such grace while continually pushing boundaries."
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's been a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of people looking at her, and, you know, when you set the bar high and continue to move that bar, I mean, people are always going to try and push you down and take you down in different ways and getting criticized, but she's just handled it so well, you know, with such poise and such class, and just keep moving, setting records and doing things that have not been done before. And I mean, that's just, to me, is obviously very inspiring, but it motivates a lot of women to be able to even reach their full potential. And, you know, she's so young too, and who knows what her future will be, but she's just starting out with a bang, and I'm sure she's going to continue. So we're excited to have her here.
Nelly Korda, the world #1 and Clark's partner for the front nine, echoed Sorenstam's sentiments. "It's refreshing to have someone from another sport who embodies the same competitive drive we do. Caitlin's energy and determination are contagious," Korda said. This cross-sport camaraderie underscored how Clark's approach resonates with elite athletes, regardless of the playing field.
Non-serious question, how is your jump shot?
It probably needs work. It's probably not that good.
Not that good?
Yeah, maybe I'll ask Caitlin for some advice, some tips. Next time we'll get together, maybe it'll be on a basketball court. Yeah.
What's your hope of maybe a long-term relationship with Caitlin Clark and the LPGA? What do you hope comes from today?
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's just great for the women's sports. I love that she has a love for the game of golf, and me, like, I've never really tuned into watching basketball before her, honestly. So I think it's just growing the interest in all of women's sports, and I hope that's what grows from this relationship.
Other players like Brittany Lincecum were equally enthusiastic. Lincecum shared her excitement about having Clark at the event, saying, "What she's done for women's basketball is phenomenal, and seeing her support us here is just incredible. I even brought a basketball for her to sign for my daughters. She's that impactful." Andrea Lee and Megan Kong both showed how big of fans they were in a recent interview, hoping to cross paths with Clark during their tea time and grabbing selfies. Marina Alex and Lilia Vu were excited to see Clark firsthand and how the Caitlin Clark effect will bring more eyeballs to the sport.
Ran into Andrea Lee on the putting green, and she said, "My tee time is at 7:10 a.m., so I'm hoping that overlaps well enough that I'll be able to get a picture." And then on the other side of that, Megan Kang said, "Oh man, my tee time is in the afternoon. There's no shot that I'm going to be able to catch her in time for a photo." And Marina Alex was especially excited because her locker is next to Caitlin's in the locker room. She said she walked in and saw there she was. She's got a placard just like all the LPGA players right next to her. So perhaps Marina can pick her brain as they're getting ready to head out to the golf course. And of course, you had to chat with Lilia Vu, who's the defending champion. The first thing she said to me was, "Oh my goodness, so excited that Caitlin's here. She's going to bring so many eyeballs to this week and to our game in general."
Alex Pano and Rose Zhang, rising stars in their own right, shared their admiration as well. Zhang, who draws motivation from Clark's ability to focus amid intense media scrutiny, remarked, "Her composure is something I deeply respect. She handles everything thrown at her with remarkable poise." The warmth and respect from these golfers were not just fleeting gestures. They signified a genuine acknowledgement of Clark's role in amplifying the profile of women's sports. Her participation wasn't just a nod to her golfing hobby. It represented a melding of sports worlds, bringing fans from different spheres together and spotlighting the potential for growth through cross-promotion. This collective admiration highlighted a stark reality. When given the right platform, athletes like Clark can be powerful conduits for change, uniting different athletic communities and broadening the reach of women's sports. The LPGA capitalized on this potential, setting an example of how leagues can support star athletes beyond their primary sport. The LPGA golfers' responses weren't just applause. They were recognition of a shift happening in real time, a shift that places Clark not only as a basketball star, but as an ambassador for women in sports, inspiring change across disciplines.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too.
Caitlin Clark's presence at the Annika Pro-Am was more than just a break from basketball. It was a demonstration of her deep commitment to uplifting women's sports. During her appearance at the Women's Leadership Summit, Clark spoke passionately about her motivation and her enduring desire to inspire young girls. "The reason I play isn't just for the points or the wins. It's for the moments when a young girl at a game smiles, shouts, or even sheds a tear when I wave," Clark shared. This powerful sentiment revealed that, for Clark, sports are a conduit for inspiration and connection. Clark's passion for golf stems from her childhood when she picked up her first set of pink golf clubs and begged her dad for weekend rounds. While basketball took center stage in her life, golf remained a beloved pastime. Reflecting on this, she said, "I love being outside and making it competitive with my friends. It's a different challenge, mentally and physically." This duality in her athletic pursuits is emblematic of Clark's multifaceted approach to growth, not just as an athlete, but as a leader.
I think the thing about leadership is like how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people. And every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background, they come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tenderhearted, and for me, I probably want to be screamed at. Like, it's just everybody's a little bit different. So I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time, and building relationships is really important.
At the summit, Clark spoke to the broader impact of sports, emphasizing how they unite and inspire people from different walks of life. "Sports have the power to bring joy and connect people in meaningful ways," she noted. This belief ties into her dedication to empowering women and advocating for their representation and success in various fields. Her peers at the LPGA echoed this respect for her efforts. Annika Sorenstam remarked, "Clark's commitment to supporting women's sports isn't just admirable, it's essential. She embodies what we strive for, building bridges and elevating each other." Nelly Korda highlighted Clark's influence, adding, "She's showing that there's no limit to what women can achieve when they step beyond traditional boundaries." Even as she embraces challenges outside basketball, Clark's competitive spirit remains evident. Her ambition isn't solely driven by personal accolades, but by the desire to pave paths for those who look up to her. "The young girls at our games are my biggest motivation," she said. This dedication isn't just talk. It's a core part of why she plays and how she approaches every opportunity. Clark's actions on and off the court indicate a bigger picture, a vision where sports serve as a platform for empowerment and connection. Her journey continues to inspire, proving that her influence is as wide-reaching as it is impactful.
Everybody talks about like the effect that we have on them, but also they have the same effect on us. And I think that's what's really cool about it is to see how much joy it really brings them, and it brings their families, and that one game where they spend 2 hours of their whole entire year has such an impact on their entire childhood, and I think that's really cool to think about.
Caitlin Clark's participation in the Annika Pro-Am was not just a testament to her love for sports, but a showcase of her ever-growing influence. Her week in Florida demonstrated her ability to transcend the boundaries of basketball and connect with fans and athletes in the world of golf. The admiration expressed by LPGA stars like Annika Sorenstam, Nelly Korda, and Andrea Lee highlighted a unique moment where sports intersected for a greater purpose, lifting up women in athletics. The LPGA's enthusiastic embrace of Clark, with enhanced marketing and strategic pairings, contrasts sharply with how the WNBA underplayed her groundbreaking rookie season. This stark difference serves as a reminder of what recognition and investment in star athletes can accomplish. Clark's dedication to inspiring young girls and promoting women's sports is not just an add-on to her career. It's the essence of why she competes. Her commitment, echoed through her own words and those of her peers, underlines a powerful truth. Her journey is about more than personal achievements. It's about paving the way for future generations, fostering a culture of growth, and inspiring others to believe in their potential. As the 2025 WNBA season approaches, one thing is clear: Caitlin Clark is not just a star, but a force redefining what it means to be an athlete. The LPGA recognized it. Now it's time for the WNBA to take note. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.